Some in the movie and theater business are calling it No Men November. That's because the movies that are coming out for Thanksgiving week are all geared towards women. So was the Marvels, even though women did not go and made up less than 40% of the total audience, young women accounting for far less than that. But how will this weekend go? Can Trolls manage to pull in women? Can The Hunger Games find its audience and pull in said women? Well, that's what we're all waiting to find out. Can women save the theaters? Can women save movies this November? Because none of this is geared for men. Let's talk about it right now. Hello, folks. Welcome to the WDW Pro channel, where we are waking up Hollyweird, telling them that they need to make money again. And the plan they have for making money does not involve men this month. Nothing wrong with it if that's what they want to do, but they're going to have to pull this thing entirely with the female demographic, because the big movies for November for this Thanksgiving week are not geared toward guys. Well, how's that going to go? We're going to talk about it, folks. We're going to find out with a deep dive into the movies coming out, how they perform this week, and also, can they recover after a horrible, terrible, awful, no good Marvel's debut? One of the reasons for paying such close attention to who they cast is because they need to knock it out of the park multiple times right now, and partly that's because of the abysmal failure they've had with the Marvels. And so I want to preview really quick the box office coming up this weekend, because this is going to be fascinating in terms of what's going to happen with Marvel. And it's fascinating because we have Brie Larson and Iman Vellani going up against now Rachel Zegler. And it seems to me that no matter what happens, Disney doesn't come out of this looking good. So let's talk about it real quick. This out of Box Office Pro weekend box office forecast for The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and Next Goal Wins, as well as Trolls Band Together. And of course, all of this is our pre-Thanksgiving, the week going into it. So we're not on the Thanksgiving weekend yet, but this is the week going into it, and it primes the pump for these films that will hopefully take off on Black Friday and beyond. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, is now projected to have an opening weekend range of $42 million to $55 million. That means that it could overcome the Marvels. Now, folks, you'll remember that the Marvels originally was detailed to have received $48 million. We later found out that that just wasn't true. The Disney had given us some very optimistic numbers for their film, and it came in closer to 46 than 48, actually. And so 42 to 55 is clearly in range to beat the Marvels opening. There's a reason I think that would be a major win for Lionsgate, and that is that Lionsgate right now is going to be going up against a trifecta of female-centric films splitting the girl market. And so we'll see how they do. Trolls 3 Band Together, the return of NSYNC, I guess. Britney Spears is about to be all in the articles, I suppose. Yahoo News, get ready. Trolls Band Together, projected for $25 to $33 million. And this franchise, who knows, it may leg out over the next months, but the budget for this film, very low. Thanksgiving, not a major player here, $10 to $15 million. And the Marvels right now looks like for the 3-day weekend only projected to do $16 million. Guys, this is really bad for the Marvels. A 65% drop from where they were. I can't even. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the Marvel
we'll just sit down here on it.
Pulled off of premium screens.
Yes,
and for the most part, it's down to one screen per theater, 1 or 2 screens per theater.
Wow.
This is. I mean, this is really a train wreck at this point. To have that kind of a drop from where it was is incredible. And it's something that even I struggle to reconcile what Marvel was with what Marvel is today. Alan, you have seen these films, and I think some of them are still under embargoes. And I know that you also want to do, your reviews over on some other channels for your first takes on it. But where I would ask this cleverly, I hope, is based on the quality of the films, do you feel that the box office for this weekend, if it shakes out as projected, is it a just box office? Or do you think that there's a film out there that should be doing better or worse? How does this play out in your mind versus the quality of the films?
Well, I mean, if I do the math real quick, we're approaching $100 million total box office this weekend. And then again, that leads into Thanksgiving, where kids are available and can watch movies all day. So I think it'll do better than last year.
Do you recall? I don't remember right now off the top of my head what the box office was.
Last year was A Strange World. Me and two other people saw Strange World.
Wow. I think more people watched my review of Strange World than watched Strange World.
Hi-oh.
Yeah.
It was two people.
I think
Alan
people were still scared of COVID last year. They weren't coming out. I think this has gone away. I think Trolls Band Together will be strong. It's probably the best of the three, and it's the return of NSYNC. So I think
you don't think Britney Spears and her expose on Justin Timberlake is going to damage, huh?
No,
nobody cares.
I think actually there's a stronger female audience for Band Together because of that than there was for the Marvels.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and then Hunger Games. I'm seeing Hunger Games tonight. I bought my tickets, and unlike the Marvels, there are actual people who I'll be watching it with. In my
what time are you going tonight?
I'm going at 11 o'clock at night because I'm seeing Color Purple in Hollywood, so I gotta go out there and then come back and see Hunger Games.
Wow, I'm gonna go at 7 p.m.
What do you guys think about the fact that the Marvels is supposed to be this major film for women, and women didn't support it, and the mainstream media has turned that on its head. They're angry at the supposed vitriolic voices online that are organized and conspired to take this down. Now, they clearly couldn't do that to Barbie. But apparently that power wanes and ebbs and flows. Who knows? The mainstream media chooses as they want. But what do you guys make of this idea that women didn't support the Marvels? Why do you think that is? Why do you think that it had less than 40% of its total audience be female?
I mean, you brought up the ultimate question of why did women go to see Barbie and not the Marvels? What was inherently better about Barbie than I didn't particularly like Barbie, but I do recognize its appeal.
Well, Alan, let me try this on you. You tell me if this fits. Barbie has always been for girls, and superheroes have generally been for boys.
Oh, you're being misogynist, right?
I know.
Dare you, pro?
That's what got me in trouble. I mean,
hashtag cancel pro.
Alan, you want to take Polly Pocket and try to turn it into a boys franchise? You think you could do that?
No,
but apparently Lena Dunham is going to take over Polly Pocket, which is going to be interesting.
That's going to do it.
Yeah, but the reality is that they could have made the Marvels a better movie. The elements are there to have told a solid superhero movie. Instead, they went this kind of light teen girl route. Yeah, I said it. And the
teen girls didn't show up. They got the light teen girl audience too. Teen girl audience. They didn't come.
Yeah. I mean, look, I said it before. The tone of the movie is set in the opening scene, and the opening scene of this movie was Ms. Marvel sitting in her bedroom, fangirling out over Captain Marvel and drawing cartoons. The problem is that two things. They made it for teen girls, but it was so bad teen girls didn't like it. And the second thing is the budget. You really think that spending $250 million on this movie, that you have a large enough fan base to cover that spread? Barbie made it. I mean, look, if this movie was made for the same price as Five Nights at Freddy's, we'd have a very different discussion about the Marvels. We'd be talking about how it did fairly strong at the box office rather than being a big box office player.
Plus, if you look at what Barbie did, I mean, Barbie put Barbie in like beautiful dresses. The men are masculine and great visuals, fun songs and things like that. The poor ladies of the Marvels, they're in this like weird suits and all stuff. Makes them, I mean, Melanie, can't get her name right.
Tiana Paris?
Iman
Vellani. She's a beautiful girl. She's very charismatic.
Jonas, I got that joke.
They put her in like this horrible getup that just makes her look flabby and stuff, and that's not like her at all. I mean, girls want to see something pretty. It's not rocket science. It's like they just look at the photon, it's like you take Monica Rambeau, who was the leader of the Avengers in the comics, and you make her a character that nobody even knows her name or what power she has, and she's in a frumpy suit. Now, granted, she was pregnant for some of the reshoots, but she's a beautiful actress. Put her in some hot suit. I mean, they got parodies, they got cosplayers with better costume. If you got cosplayers with better costumes that get millions of likes, and you have the actual costumes from the thing that can't even go in a poster, yeah, man, you got issues.
Now, I do remember from the promotional materials that she can see light, which is her superpower. Which
so can we.
So can everyone.
So can
it's the greatest
everybody.
quote ever.
Literally.
All right, well, show's over, folks. We can't beat that. Fletch wins. Fletch wins. And folks, put a bow on it. That thing is wrapped. Putting it in the can, and we have had such a good time doing what we can to bring forth the understanding of how entertainment is going, explaining it and keeping you ahead of the culture curve. Folks, if you like content like this, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe. When you click it, you stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about No Men November in the movie theaters? Of course, there are some guys going, but often it's just because their lady wants them to go with them. And hey, guys, we're here to tell you, it's probably a good idea that you do if they want you to do so. If you are so lucky and fortunate to have a lady in your life who wants to spend time with you, then get at it, folks. Get at it, men. Treat those ladies in your life right, and the kiddos too. All right, folks, that's it for us. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.